Getting to Know Dillon offers a refreshing new perspective on Dillon County. In this series, you will get to know first responders, business owners, educators, and just everyday people of Dillon County. Dillon County has some intriguing, innovative, and interesting people. Hi, Sergio Page here, and welcome to another episode of Getting to Know Dillon. Today we're at 113 West Main Street in downtown Dillon, here with the owner and operator, Ms. Angie Bennett of Angie's Florist. So first of all, Ms. Angie, thank you for taking time out to let us interview you on today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of the interview, we about the business and things of that nature, we just want to allow you the opportunity to tell our viewers who the person Angie is. I mean, some basic, personal information and a little bit about yourself.
Okay. As you said, I'm Angie Bennett. I'm married. I have one child, and I have a godson. And I live right here in Dillon. And so, been living here for years.
Okay, so were you born and bred in Dillon?
Born and raised in Dillon. Moved for a little while, but returned.
Okay.
After a few years. Graduated my last year here at Dillon.
Okay, all right. So when you moved from Dillon, where did you
Well, actually, I started off in Lakeview.
Oh,
With the
okay.
Lakeview School up until my first year of Dillon High. First year of Lakeview, then I moved to Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So I lived in Dallas, Texas, and then relocated Lumber along with my mom. And then my last year, she had a house built here in Dillon, and so I finished up here at Dillon.
Okay, so are you enjoying being back in Dillon versus Dallas? Or-
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
yes.
Good to be back home.
Yeah, it's closer.
Okay. All right. Definitely
Yeah,
understand that. Okay.
family.
All right.
Closer. It's good to be around family.
Okay,
It's too
okay.
far for us.
Absolutely. So we're here at your lovely Florist here on 113 West Main Street here in Dillon. So want to get into a little bit of the business. So first of all, how did you get started in business?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I started as a hobby.
Okay.
I went to school for business, actually, and I worked in the office at Council for the Aging for years, for 2 or 3 years right after high school. Graduated from vocational school with business certificate. And then from there, like I said, did the job at the Council for the Aging. And then I ended up at Jensen's Speaker Place in Lumberton.
Okay.
And worked in there on the floor, and then slowly graduated into the office. Mm-hmm. And so as time went by, my husband and I, we bought our first home.
Okay.
And when we bought a home, I started like decorating my house, just making little arrangements and doing little things because I was always crafty and just loved to decorate. And one of his cousins came over to my house, mm-hmm. and she was curious, like, who decorated your house? Who did your centerpieces and who did your decoration? And I said, I did. And she said, I don't believe you. I said, yes, I did. She said, what if you did? Make me something. Make me a centerpiece. Make me, some things. And so during that time, she and I both were working at Jensen. So what I did, I made a centerpiece. And I took it to the job. Mm-hmm. Sawed it on the supervisor's desk. And everybody was inquiring who made the centerpiece that was sitting on our supervisor's desk. Mm-hmm. And she was like, Angie. And so from there, I started getting orders. Would you make me one? Would you make me one? And it just started, accumulating from there. Did I not know a year later that the Speaker Place would be closing down, and there was going to be, we was going to be out of job. But what happened when Jensen closed down, I made that a career. Mm-hmm. I started from there, and so what happened, I started making the arrangements because the word had started getting around that I knew how to do centerpieces or whatever. Mm-hmm. So my best friend, she had bought her house, and my husband had bought them a home. Mm-hmm. And she said, Angie, she said, won't you just let me do your show, advertise your business, let people know that what you can do. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, I started off as a hobby. I said, I don't know if my work good enough to, be, advertising and decorate people home. She said, well, let's see. So I went to a home. I signed up, and another lady was doing the home interior during that time, and so she and I both was there, and people was looking at my work, and they was still like, I like that arrangement, I like that wreath, I like that whatever, and it started from there. People just started ordering. I added a room onto my house, and when I added a room onto my house, then the word just started getting out, and I grew my house up in a building.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's quite a story. And you mentioned the home interior because my mom, she did home interior when I was a young child. So you probably knew.
I met your mom, and I knew your mom, and back then when we did home interior, if one didn't have one thing, maybe the other had it, and so I would go to your mom, and she would help me out with my home interior. I got the counter you need, or we would switch and do whatever, and so I ended up selling home material along with my flowers.
Oh, okay.
I ended up growing the home material and selling it.
Okay, so I guess you made the transition from the business being in your home to here on Main Street. Is that?
But in between that time, as I grew my home, I ended up going back to school to learn how to do it more professionally.
I got you.
So I took more floor classes.
Formal training.
Yes. And I ended up working for Miss Cricket in Mullins. She owned a flower shop and a clothing shop. It was 2 in 1 like I have here. And it was Cricket's Florist and Boutique. And I learned hands-on. You could say pretty much I was getting paid to train. And so I was working. She hired me. I just walked in there one day, and I told her, I said, I knew how to do flowers. And she said, I'm not hiring next time. And I said, okay. So she would begin to get busy because she had told me the lady that was doing her flowers had retired. And she didn't know if she wanted to keep it over because she was getting older and she was thinking, about closing the business down. So she started getting calls. I need a dozen roses. I need this and that. And she looked at me because I was getting ready to walk out the door. I was like, well, she said she wasn't hired. She said, you know how to put a dozen roses in a vase? You know how to? I said, yes, ma'am. I went back there and I started helping her. And she said, can you come back and start tomorrow? She hired me for 1 week.
Okay.
Just 1 week. She said, I'm just going to do this for 1 week because I told you I'm closing now, and I ended up being there 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And from there to here.
Okay. So that's the transition from your home to from there to here. Okay. So how long have you been here on Main Street?
Almost 15 years.
Wow. That's a long time. So what are some of the benefits and I guess some of the, if there are any adverse things that are happening with being on Main Street? I mean, is it a lot of places with being on Main Street, or anything that challenges with being on Main Street?
The challenges would be we don't have a lot of businesses downtown, and a lot of people don't come down to Main Street like they used to back in the day when we was growing up, and how downtown used to be so busy and when people come. But and so a lot of people are just finding out that I'm here because they tell me they don't come downtown. So when I make my deliveries, a lot of times they was questioning, where's your shop? And I was like, I'm downtown Dillon. Like, where? I didn't even know you exist. And then, but the good thing about it, a lot of people do walk. So the foot traffic and them that don't have vehicles are able to walk here and come in. And so I do get a lot of foot traffic with people walking or whatever. But I enjoy being downtown Main Street, and I love it. And so, like I say, when people ride by, and if you advertise right and they see your business, they will come out and patronize you. Because I've had a lot of customers that ride by and they may see my Christmas decoration when I decorated for Christmas. Anytime I advertise my window, that sells your business. My window sells my business a lot of times. So if I decorate my window, some people are curious, so they'll come back the next day and see what's going on here. I was like, I saw your window and I like what I saw, that dress or that arrangement, and I decided to come in and see what else you offer.
Yes, ma'am. So could you kind of tell us a little bit about what you sale and offer here? I know, of course, you're a florist, but I mean, you also have some other items for sale as well. So can you give us a summary of what all you offer here?
I do weddings. I decorate parties, anniversaries, birthday parties. I also, of course, do funerals, symphony, whatever like that. Decorate houses. If you need like a wreath or centerpiece for your houses, I do that. Sell suits, church suits for ladies. I sell some men's suits. And if I don't have it in, I can always order.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I have catalogs where you can order what you need. So I do a little bit of everything to keep it going.
Yeah, I see you have quite a array of things in here. So I mean, I didn't know all this was in here. Until I came here, I knew it was a florist, but y'all, like I say, you also sell clothing for both men and women. So I mean, it's a lot of good variety in here.
Yes.
And you also deliver as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We deliver. We do mostly local, but we go as far as Marion and Mullins and Fairmount and Roland. And from there, I also have water service.
Okay.
I have 3 websites. I have my own website, and then I have other websites that listed me as a florist, like Bar Chairs, Greens, and other prestige other websites that that offer me service.
As a vendor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And so I service a lot of families in the area.
Okay. All right. So kind of pivoting back to the downtown area. I know you did say some challenges and also some opportunities with being downtown. What would you suggest that would need to change downtown to improve the situation downtown?
Right now, what we're doing, I would like to see more businesses open up, so that would bring more people downtown too. Because the more businesses that's here, the more people will come and they will shop. And so I would love to see that. I would love to see it get back to the point where it's busy and people don't mind coming downtown shopping. You know, I would love to see that and hit bills back up. You know.
So what do you think may be a hindrance for that happening? I mean, is it difficult to get a business down here as far as, you know, when you try to secure this location here, are there challenges associated with that? Or, I mean, I guess my message is those that may be thinking about opening up a business downtown here, you know, what would be some of the challenges, you know, to doing that?
It really wasn't any, you know, it was just simple, you know, if you see something that's vacant and if you want to try to open up a business, and, you know, a lot of the buildings downtown need, you know, some work did to them, fixing up. And a lot of people don't want to, like, you know, come in and move into the buildings and stuff. But if they would, you know, build downtown up a little bit more, I think that more people would come in, and because I don't think people have the funds to actually come in and move in and fix up these buildings and, you know, and start the business. And so I think if a lot of that would happen to owners would, you know, do that, I think a lot of people would come and open up downtown.
Yes, ma'am. And there are, you know, different options such as grants and things of that nature that, you know, could kind of help, you know, offset some of the costs. Definitely is a good idea to try to look into coming downtown if you're thinking about doing it. As far as Dillon as a whole, as far as the government, do you think that they're doing all they can to kind of promote business downtown, or is there anything suggestion you may have for them? I mean, I know there's some things in the mix, but
in
the makings. I mean, they are making some positive strides. I know that for a fact. But is there anything that you may suggest? You know, maybe some incentives, anything to help bring business downtown, as far as from our elected officials?
I think they're doing pretty much all they can do to help us. I really think that, you know, that they are trying, and we just got to, you know, just keep making sacrifices. And if we stay here and we, give it all we have and make sacrifices, I believe that they will work with us. If they see us trying and they see that we trying to support the community and trying to build our business, I feel that they will come in and help us. So I feel like they're doing what they can. I
Yes,
feel like
ma'am.
they are actually trying to help us.
Absolutely. So before we close on, Ms. Angie, I just want to give you an opportunity to kind of just speak to our audience. Any kind of closing remarks you may want to share with them, anything they may not know about your business that you want to share, but just anything that we didn't cover, in the interview. I just want to give you an option to speak on that.
I would like to say that if you want to open up a business, if that's your dream, to do it. I mean, don't give up on your dreams. And it may be a year, maybe 2 years, but push towards it. And like you said, there's grants out there, and there's financial opportunities if you can. Because when I started here, I didn't have a grant. I had capital. I built my capital. I worked for years and put a little bit aside and built my capital. And when I opened up during the busiest time of the year, Mother's Day, Valentine's. So that added to my capital. And I just made, sacrifice. Even when times got hard, I hung in there. Even when times were slow, I hung in there. If this is your dream and you want a business, then you'll have the ups and the downs, but you got to hang in there. When it get hard, you just can't quit because it's going to get better.
Yes, ma'am.
If that's what you want, because if that's what you want, you give it all you have.
Yes, ma'am. You preaching that. Okay. All right, man. Well, again, thank you very much for allowing us to come in and do an interview with you and let the citizens of Dillon know, let them get to know you a little bit better. So, like you said, a lot of people, some people may not know you're located down here, but again, Angie's Florist, located right here in downtown Dillon. The address is 113 West Main Street, Dillon, South Carolina. So again, thank you for your time, and thank you for joining us again on another episode of Getting to Know Dillon. All right, thank you, man.
Everybody's gonna have to think again. We've lost so strong.